Hello YouTube, this is Kanakadia and I'm back on the TryCraft server. We are playing Crackpack 2 and I just want to do a recording here. I'm probably going to record a longer session when I get a chance, but two things very cool just happened, or one's about to happen, one did happen. I definitely wanted to show you guys. First thing, I got a present from a secret admirer, and I do not know who, but somebody knew what I like, and I like our Ender Pearls. Someone gave me 3 stacks of Ender Pearls. That is actually really awesome. I've been working for quite some time to try and manufacture my own Ender Pearls, and someone gives me a whole bunch to kickstart my campaign. Right now, I'm actually not going to need them, but I am going to need them later on when I decide to make my Ender Quarry. That thing is going to require a massive amount. Ender chests, ender cores, just ender tanks. I'm not sure build an ender tank, but I might. We'll find out about that. But this will definitely come in handy. But what I really want to show you is that I believe that I have my MFR Autospawner system ready. I think it is in pretty good shape. I'm just off the side. Okay, so I have not yet. I had a little bit of a problem with morph. I think I mentioned it previously. So my morphs got reset and I had not yet killed a flying creature, so the best I can do in order to get down from the top part of my lair down to the basement is turn it into a chicken and do a kind of a controlled fall down this way. Whee! And as you know, of course, chickens don't take fall damage. They have essentially feather falling X. The pretty useful stuff. And I did have to make a little pathway for myself. So I'm figure out how to do the thing with morph and favorites. Oh well. So basically, this is the MFR auto spawner that I did in the Bevo's Tech Pack last season. The main difference is that I'm using Ender IO instead of Extra Utilities as my conduits and plumbing, all that stuff. And I'm pretty pleased with it, I must say. It makes for much tighter configurations, but also means you need a lot more materials because it's kind of expensive, and you need a lot more pre-planning in order to get this stuff to work. So let me just talk about it briefly. So this is the auto spawner. This is going to be the animal farm. It is mostly a sky stone with glass accents. This thing is, these grass blocks represent when we put the machines. I have not built barely any machines for this yet, so that's TK at the moment. This is the auto spawner. You may recognize the shape. Pretty standard. What I did was just an ordinary glass on the top, got grass on the bottom. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I've got the open block fans. The ones on the sides here both have switches. They're getting a constant redstone signal. The ones over here, they're again being activated with Project Red redstone paste. These are, of course, drawbridges from Tinker's Mechworks. So I'm going to close them now. Yeah, getting a little bit of lag on the server if you couldn't tell. But again, this is ordinary glass. It shouldn't be a problem unless, of course, something happens to blow up in there, which would be terrible, but, things happen. So I'm going to activate the fans. So fans are all active. I put these blackout curtains on from Extra Utilities on most of the sides. I kind of ran out of wool, though, so it's not really over there. Oh, what am I doing? Stupid. So I got to open this back up. So I just now finished the last of the wiring, but this thing is not yet live. So what's missing is 2 things. I managed to make one reusable safari net, which I caught a thief enderman, which I forgot about that. I hope it will not be a problem, but I caught a thief enderman. So right now, you see it as idle. So this system is off. I put the safari in there. Spawn exact copy, no. So as long as I have this set to no, it should be able to spawn just any kind of enderman, not necessarily just a thief enderman, which is kind of pain. But unfortunately, if you just hold the direction, you can actually get past open blocks fans and get out. Fortunately, I should have closed it. Sorry, I haven't even installed the science yet, so this thing is all new to me. This is the inaugural run of this auto spawner. So fans are on, drawbridge is down, kill switch is activated. I've got these Ender IO Conduits attached to item ducts and fluid ducts. The item ducts are attached to this chest, so I should get the drops in here. Sorry, it's pushing me around here because unfortunately the fans don't obey blocks. They will actually push you outside of their confined areas. Ah well. So this thing is missing two things. One is it's missing the kill switch being turned off. It's also missing mob essence. Now normally I will power this using my animal farm, but for now I will have to use my own XP levels. And those of you who are interested, actually you get much more efficient use of the XP extractor with levels under 15. So this is not the most efficient way to do this, but it's what it is. So I'm just going to drop in as much as I can, ideally until the system is full. Well, as full as it can be. Sorry about the constant effects here. I'm literally giving this blood, sweat, and tears. Oh, I need to do that. I really should get a better pick. I mean, I am kind of wasting all this sky stone by breaking it with a non-diamond level pickaxe. So I think this should work. Actually, I ran into a bit of a problem I might as well tell you about. So long story short, Ender IO has two different types of cables which function as redstone signal. They have the insulated redstone cable and they have the regular redstone cable. Main difference as far as I can tell is that insulated redstone cable, not only does it not interact with other insulated redstone cable blocks, but it also does not interact with other blocks. So I was trying to use insulated cable in order to act as my kill switch to turn off the system. And while I'm thinking of it, let me just turn off the system here, because I want to check to see if this thing actually received the mob essence, and it should have. Yes, it is full. This is full of mob essence. So this is full. The way that Ender IO pipes work is different than the way that mechanism conduits work, and that each individual cable length or conduit length has its own internal reservoir. It's something like maybe a tenth, like 100 millibuckets, or a tenth of a bucket. So it does actually increase its own thing. And the good part is that while each individual piece has its own reservoir, it will not draw from the source until that is filled. So it's actually very, very efficient and low lag in that regard, as it doesn't continually draw. So what this tells me is right now, because this tank is empty, this system is definitely not full of mob essence, which is good, because this also is a very big portable tank, so we will have quite a bit of overflow. So this thing has been primed. The one thing I need to do, I really should put some blackout curtains in the front, because it will affect mob spawning when if I get light through there. I'm learning it the hard way. Okay, let's light this thing and see if we get some Endermen. Should take about 20 seconds. There. That's it. Okay, there's an Enderman. Being moved by the... Yes! We have an active system. Okay, so I don't want to look at them, because I think they might be able to teleport through this. The glass probably will be, actually. But I am kind of interested in seeing what kind they are. They look a little different. Can't quite tell if they're all thief Endermen or not. Wait, was that it? Huh. Oh, no, there's another one. Yeah, can't quite tell what kind of Enderman they are, but the textures look different, though. So these might be thief Endermen, or they might not be. But let's see if their Ender Pearls look the same. We should have received them by now. Yep, we have it. We have our live auto spawner. So this thing, it's not the most efficient thing in the world, and in fact, Ender IO has its own spawner system that I'm kind of interested in getting into, but we'll do that some other time. So this thing is live. The first successful test of the auto spawner in my MFR auto spawner. Very pleased, total success. And okay, I'll see you guys in just a minute. Hello, and I'm back again. So I wanted to show you something that I think is pretty freaking cool, and it took me surprisingly a long time to make. I'm here actually in our Aroma mine dimension. You can see it behind me. I'm pretty sure that's Eddie's mining pit. He's got a couple of barrels there. So let me know how he makes those barrels, because for some reason I can't do it in NEI. But what I wanted to show you is this and that. On the left over there, you'll recognize that is the same Little Big Reactor that I used in the last season. It's just a 3x3x3, the simplest one, reactor you can make from big reactors. The one on the right there is actually an Ender Quarry with a Silk Touch upgrade. This thing is, I've been looking forward to making one of these for quite some time. The cool part about the Ender Quarry is that it is a low lag quarry in the style of the one from BuildCraft, and one of the other benefits of it is that it's especially good on a server, is that instead of a normal quarry which goes horizontally level wise, loads all the chunks, an Ender Quarry will actually go vertically, so it'll only load the chunks that it's aiming for straight down. Now unfortunately, you'll see I am literally, those of you who actually used one of these quarries before will take one look at this setup, and this is the derpiest thing in the world. So I've got Ender IO cable, not too bad, about 5 RF per tick, which is 5 kilo RF per tick is pretty good power wise. But right now I've just got it hooked up to a chest because I don't have a tesseract to use to attach this to. Even if I did, my AE2 system is full. I need to make more of it, and unfortunately I don't have any more Certus quartz. So that's the reason I'm making this thing, because I need Certus quartz. And the reason I made this Silk Touch upgrade, which is actually harder than I figured to make it, is because if you put Certus quartz ore into a sag mill, you get a chance to get the Certus quartz dust in addition to getting the Certus quartz crystal. Pretty useful when you don't have very much of the stuff. Now the hardest thing about making this Ender Quarry was without a doubt the magical wood. So I make magical wood. Let me show you how I made it. This stuff here. Basically you have to put in a bookshelf and 4 pieces of gold. And if you put in 4 level 1 enchantments, HU's books, you get 1 magical wood. If you put in 4 level 2 enchantments, you get 4 pieces of wood. So that's why I did 3 different sets of 4 pieces of magical wood. I needed that in order to make Ender cores, which I needed in order to make this thing. It took me a long time to get those books because I've been using, well, I'll show you to you in a minute, the new setup we have back in the lair, which is a very useful system. I'm pretty sure I think it was Scoop and Killerbad who gave me the idea for it, and I think it was Scoop who initially donated me the 2 Cursed Earth, so we'll get to that in a minute. So without further ado, let's see if this thing actually works. I am pretty sure it should. I'm going to put in 2 Elorium ingots, drop those in there. This is the controller. So we got half power. Let us activate reactor. So this thing should have 0 in the buffer. We're climbing up to 120 RF per tick. It should be traveling through this 0 RF in the internal buffers here. So this thing, I think, should be working. I have no way of knowing it. Oh, actually, I do know if it works. So if it works, it should be. No, it's not working. Okay, so what am I doing wrong? Let me try this. It's kind of odd. The internal buffer. Oh, it is buffering. Okay, so for some reason this is not picking. Okay, I know why. Let me try. Yeah, there we go. Extract mode. Always active. That should do it. So that should power it, I think. This connector it should be insert. I'm just gonna have to be always active for now. I should hook it up to be active with signal because I want to get the thing a little more efficient power wise. But this should work now. Yep, that's it. And it's scanning about 10 blocks per second, which is not too shabby. You can certainly use a lot more into this thing. And actually, because I'm using the Silk Touch upgrade, let me show you what this thing. It wasn't too hard to make, except I did have to enchant a golden pickaxe in order to do that with the current system I have here, because I thought we had Enchanting Plus, but apparently we don't, so I had to use the Enchanter from Ender IO, which means in order to make Silk Touch enchantment from Ender IO Enchanter, you need a slime ball and 30 levels. So I had to drink some stuff I'll show you later, but in order to make this thing here. But it does drain 1.5 times the power, so it's costing more. However, when you get stuff, it's actually still touching it. So what this is doing is it is basically going through all these blocks and placing everything with dirt. And so far it's only hit stone, and it's still touching the stone, which is not too bad, but we haven't found any ores yet. Well, it's kind of odd. I mean, we are at Y level 80, so I guess she just hasn't found any at the moment.